A psychologist analyzed and divided the human experience into 8 stages of development. All the stages have a unique conflict and a unique result. One of the stages, intimacy versus isolation, points out the struggle young adults have as they try to develop intimate relationships. This is the 6th stage of development. As people pass through these stages, they receive skills that would assist them succeed in future stages. Unfortunately, if you have trouble attaining these skills, you will struggle. In the intimacy versus isolation stage, success means to have healthy, fulfilling relationships. Failure means experiencing being lonely or isolated. While the word intimacy might evoke thoughts of a sexual relationship, it is more than just that. Intimacy is a loving relationship of any sort. It requires sharing yourself with others. This can help you develop deeply personal connections. In some cases, this may be a romantic relationship. This stage of development happens between ages 19 and 40, which is when most individuals might be looking for a lifelong romantic partner. However, romance is not the sole endeavor of building intimacy. Instead, it's a time when people can develop long, fulfilling relationships with people who aren't family. Your best friends in high school may become cherished elements of your intimate circle. They also can fall out and become acquaintances. This is a time during which those decisions are often made. Isolation is a person's attempt to avoid intimacy. The reason may be because you fear commitment or are hesitant to open yourself up in an intimate way to anyone. Isolation can prevent you from developing healthy relationships. It may also be the result of relationships that died out and can be a self-destructive cycle. If you were hurt in an intimate relationship, you may fear intimacy in the future. That can lead you to stop yourself from opening up to others. This leads to loneliness, which turns into social isolation and depression. Intimacy is a choice you make to open yourself up so that you can create lasting, strong connections. When those efforts are rebuked, you may withdraw from being intimate. But these fears will hurt and lead you to separate yourself from others. You will ultimately develop a low self-esteem, which can make you even less likely to venture out to develop relationships or new friendships. In order to continue developing as a healthy individual, people need to successfully complete each stage of development. If not, you'll be stuck and may be unable to complete future stages. For this phase of development, you need to learn how to develop and maintain healthy relationships. Without this, the remaining 2 phases of development may be in jeopardy. Moving from isolation to intimacy requires you to resist the tendency to avoid others and avoid difficult relationship questions. It is important for you to be open and honest with yourself and others. That is often extremely hard for people who are prone to isolating themselves. Seeing a therapist may be helpful if it gets to this point. They could help you understand behaviors that might be preventing intimacy, and help you develop strategies to move from isolation to intimate, rewarding relationships. Remember, not fulfilling any stage of development would present problems in the future. If you aren't able to develop a strong sense of self-identity, you might have a hard time developing healthy relationships. Long-term isolation can be detrimental to more than your mental health. Research shows that loneliness and social isolation may cause cardiovascular disease. Some people might be able to have a relationship despite not building strong, intimate bonds. But those types of relationships might not be successful in the long run. One study found that women who were not able to develop strong intimacy skills were more likely to be divorced by midlife. Healthy relationships are the result of many elements of development, including having a sense of identity. Building those relationships also relies on knowing how to communicate openly and honestly. Healthy relationships are beneficial for many reasons, so it is important that everyone has these type of relationships. Remember, if you continue to struggle to form or maintain relationships, a therapist may be able to help you. If you thought this information was helpful and would like more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment what you think, and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified right away when the next video drops.